Hello there, today I'm going to be doing my spring book haul. No, that is not my real accent, I am a huge faker. Anyway, I bought 19 books this spring, and so I thought I'd haul them for you. Most of these books that I got, and as a matter of fact, I think all of them, I got on the sale rack at my local library. So I've found quite a few books on that sale rack, and periodically they have big sales. So I highly recommend checking out your local library's sale rack if you are looking for books. And these are not in the order of which they were purchased because, let's face it, I don't remember what order I purchased these books in. I just know I purchased them this spring. It's the best I can do. Okay, so the first one is Persuasion by Jane Austen. Not quite sure what this one is about. It's some kind of, it's about a couple that I believe they kind of drift apart and then they come back to each other. I can't remember, but I've never read it. I've been feeling like a Jane Austen book lately, so I picked this up. This next dealio here, I was pretty excited about. I managed to score Game of Thrones and A Clash of Kings, each for a quarter. You cannot beat that. By George R.R. Martin. This is a very, very popular fantasy series. I'm pretty sure everyone on BookTube has heard of this by now, or read it, or something, or watched the show, or I'm pretty sure everybody knows about Game of Thrones by now. I'm not going to be reading this for a while because, let's be honest, I'm scared. The first one is a long book. It looks like the second one is even longer. It's a series. I'm not be doing this anytime soon, but I figured I'd pick them up because I probably will read them someday. I don't know when. I just don't know when. Then I got two Jodi Picoult books. First one was House Rules, and the next one was My Sister's Keeper. House Rules is about a boy with Asperger's who lives in a very small town, and a murder is committed, and the cops automatically look to him, and it's kind of because when the cops are questioning him, he's just showing the typical Asperger's traits, but to the cops it looks guilty, and so it's kind of a whodunit, but like we have an idea of whodunit, so like is it really this kid whodunit, or what's the dealio here? So that sounds interesting. And then My Sister's Keeper. It's about two sisters, quite obviously. One of them is struggling with leukemia, and this one I believe is a coming of age story of sorts. The one sister has leukemia, of course, and then the other one has donated countless surgeries and transfusions and all kinds of things. And the healthy sister has, for her whole life, kind of her identity has been being, it's a story of the sister trying to figure out who she is outside of being the donor for her sister. Basically, from what I can gather. I haven't read it yet. Okay. And then I got Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I'm pretty sure everybody has heard about this. This is a classic. But this is a tragic love story. Kathy and Heathcliff. I'm sure everybody knows about this. Anyway, it's a good book. I've read it before, and I'm so excited to read it again. Okay. Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. This one, I'm curious about it to see if I'm gonna like it. I've watched the newer movie a few times, and I've kind of just been flabbergasted by it because I've been trying to understand, am I supposed to like the Phantom? Am I supposed to feel sorry for him? Am I supposed to be sympathetic? because I really don't feel that way, but I'm trying to figure out if I can kind of learn a little bit more about his character. I'm fascinated by him, but I think I'm supposed to like him, but I really don't want to. And so I'm thinking maybe if I read the book, I'll kind of understand his mind a little bit more. I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of like an experiment for me. Okay. Mr. Darcy's Diary by, who is this? Amanda Grange. This is exactly like it sounds. It's Pride and Prejudice from the point of view of Mr. Darcy, and it's written in diary form. I've read this before. It was good. 5 out of 5. Good. We'll definitely read it again. Okay. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This one is a kind of it's a post-apocalyptic novel. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this one or not, but I thought I'd give it a try because I have enjoyed other Cormac McCarthy works that I have read. So, give it a shot. Okay. The Blind Side by Michael Lewis. Okay. This is the story of Michael Orr, who is a football player for the Carolina Panthers. Anyway, he was homeless, and a well-to-do family took him in and put him in school and football, and it's his story. And I love the movie, so I'm assuming I'll love the book. Okay. Still Alice by Lisa Genova. This is a story of a woman in her 50s who develops Alzheimer's, and this is told from her point of view, and I've heard it's very, very sad. So if I'm ever in the mood for a very sad book, this is what I'll pick up. Okay. The Bowlin Inheritance by Philippa Gregory. This has to do with the Tudor age, and that's about all I know. I have a very faint grasp on the history of the Tudors. I know Boleyn has to do with Anne Boleyn, who was the 5th wife of Henry VIII, and something like that, and the mother of Queen Elizabeth. And I don't know where this one picks up. I don't even know if it's the first one in the series or what number it is. I have no idea, but it's on the sale rack. It was a little bit of an impulse buy. I've heard wonderful things about Philippa Gregory's books. So. And The White Queen by Philippa Gregory. This is a different series. I think it takes place before the Tudor age. And they call this series The Cousins' War, so I think there's another one, The Red Queen. I have no idea what the dealio is with these. I don't know. I haven't done my research. It's an impulse buy because Philippa Gregory, basically. I've never read anything of hers. Okay. I bought a whole bunch of Nicholas Sparks books because I'm a sucker for Nicholas Sparks. So, I got 3 Weeks with My Brother by Nicholas Sparks and Micah Sparks. This is a memoir of the trip they took, a 3-week trip that went all the way around the world, it looks like. And I don't know, this sounds good. I don't know. Okay. And then A Walk to Remember. This is about a teenage girl with leukemia and a boy who's kind of on the other side of the tracks from her. She is a preacher's daughter. He is kind of a hooligan. And I'm sure everybody has heard of this. Nights in Rodanthe. I have no idea what this is about, but being a Nicholas Sparks book, I would imagine that it is set in North Carolina and is a long-lost love of sorts. The Guardian. This one, I believe, delves more into his thriller-ish territory, kind of like Safe Haven. I believe this is about a woman that is kind of flip-flopping between 2 guys, and one of them turns out to be just a little bit of a psychopath. That should be fun. Okay. And then I got the complete collection of Brothers Grimm fairy tales. So I love fairy tales, honestly. Like, they're just so much fun, and it's illustrated, so therefore, I mean, hello. Hello. And it smells like an old book, which I love. I mean, who doesn't love that old book smell? It's so wonderful. I love it so much. Okay, moving right along. The last one I got was Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. All I know about this is it's a chicklet and it's Sarah Dessen, and I've been meaning to read a book of hers for a long time. I never have. And so I figured I'll start with this. So that's all the books I bought this spring. So
Okay, so we'll see if I can hold all of these at once. Okay. Just a little scared. This is kind of scary. I don't know what I'm doing. My whole body hurts and I'm swishing my head. The floor is creaky. It's making me cray. I'm already falling right out of it. Not even over there. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
I did it. Well, that went well. Alright then. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.